Yo, I really wanted this Sigma 85 1.4 lens for $1,200. And I got it and I regret it. So today I'm going to tell you why you should think twice before trying to get the 85 1.4 Sigma lens, because I barely use it. I have used that lens a handful of times because the clients that I shoot, I don't really need that lens like that. So today I'm just going to break down to you why you should not waste money on the Sigma 85 1.4 so you can save $1,300. So a quick backstory on me, right? I've been shooting photography for over 10 years, right? And in the beginning years, I didn't really know too much about the focal length, right? I just knew it was a 35, a 50, a 85, or 104, all those 1.4 lenses, I had know about them. And then I knew about the 24 to 70, the 70 to 200. So it was just so many different type of numbers. But mainly the 85 sticked out because photographers on YouTube started saying about that was a portrait lens. And at the time I was shooting portraits, but I was shooting like family portraits. I was shooting graduations. I was shooting weddings, events. I was just shooting a bunch of everything. And the 85 1.4 is just a portrait lens. So with a portrait lens like that, you have to stand all the way back at least to try to get 2 or 3 people in a lens. So that was not going to work for me. So mainly I was using the 35 1.4 and the 50 1.4. Those two lenses right there have been getting me by for the past years because I don't really need the 85. I have no reason to want to shoot with the 85. So I would say in the beginning stages, learn what you want to shoot. Learn what type of gear that you need to shoot as far as clients or whatever you shoot, and just figure out what type of gear that you need. Because when you figure out what you want to shoot and what niche you want to be in, let's say if you want to shoot portraits or if you want to shoot weddings, like stick to just one of those, because that's how you're going to market your business and that's how you're going to get clients, and that's where you go to, and that way you're going to know what type of gear you need. Because if you don't know what type of gear you need, you will be just like me. I wasted over $25,000 on gear because I just was confused on why I was not getting a lot of clients and the clients that would pay me my worth. So I just blamed it on the camera gear, you know what I'm saying? So I was like stuck in that. So once I figured out what I wanted to shoot, then my business started to grow. And the next thing I would say, learn your camera. Learn everything about your camera and any lighting situations, because once you get clients, they book you because they think you the professional. They don't want to do nothing. They don't want to pose. They are uncomfortable with taking photos. You have to persuade them into taking photos. Then you have to deal with the different things that they may want you to do in the photos. Some of them maybe want a BBL or the lip fillers or they just maybe want all kind of edits. So you want to make sure that you are dealing with clients the way that you need to deal with clients, because that's what's going to keep you booked. The main thing is focusing on making sure that you understand your gear. That way your clients know that you know exactly what you're doing. And then after you figure out that, as far as your lighting, you want to get your back end straight. You want to make sure you have contracts, invoices, all these things together, because when clients contact you, they want to know that you're a professional. Because if you don't have a professional photography business, the word is going to get out that you're not a professional photographer. So you need to stick to doing those things to run your photography business, because like just buying gear is going to be like it's going to be a hardship for you. So I would say starting out, at least get 2 camera bodies, make sure that they're the same. And I wouldn't buy two of them brand new. I would buy, like say for instance, the Sony a7 IV right here. I would buy one of them brand new and then the other one used off of Facebook Marketplace. Just make sure that you know that the photographer that has the camera is legit, and make sure you look over the camera before you buy it. That way you're not spending a lot of money on 2 camera bodies full price. And then get you a Sigma 35 1.4 and a 50 1.4. Those two lenses will help you grow your business until you want to get something else. And it doesn't have to be the Sigma lens. You can get any Sony or whoever you want to get as far as the lens. Just make sure you get that 1.4 because the 1.4 gives you extra light, and that way you won't be going so high on your ISO, because like the 1.4 lens, you can do a little bit more with those lenses as far as the lighting. So that's the biggest difference between the 1.8 and the 1.4. That's why the price range is so different. But yeah, just make sure that you understand lighting, then understand how to serve your clients, and then also learn how to get clients. Because like me, when I started like photography and I was buying a bunch of gear and then I stopped buying the gear, I figured out exactly how to talk in front of the camera. Like once I stopped buying the camera gear, I picked up another skill, learning how to talk on camera. So find different things to do after you buy camera gear. Once you don't have the camera gear is good. You can focus on other things. And the next thing you need to focus on is clients. And if you need help with focusing on clients, check out this video right here, and I'll see you over there. Your boy out. Chew.